Hi guys, today we're going to start a new project. We're going to record our audio sounds, voices, claps, whatever things you can think of. We're going to sample those sounds, then we're going to put them into a drum rack. We're going to add an audio effect to each of the sounds, and then we're going to make a piece out of those sounds. Alright, here's how we're going to do it. First, we're going to start by using an audio track, and we have to arm it for recording. We turn the red arm recording button on. Then we'll hit any of these circles and we'll record a sound. Alright, so I recorded myself clapping. Here it is. If I want to see it, I double click on the blue rectangle and it shows up down here. Now, my clap happened right here. I need to collect just the sound that I want. To do that, I get these arrows and I move both of the arrows to the start of the sound. And I move both of the ending arrows to the end of the sound. Then I use the magnifying glass. I'll get up here and use the magnifying glass and zoom in. I want the sound to start right away when I hit it in the drum rack. So I need to move these start buttons to the beginning of the sound. I want to get it at a zero crossing. If I zoom way in, I can see that this sound is right here at the zero line. I don't want to have the sound start like right here, because as you can see, that's not at the zero crossing, and in a high fidelity situation that would make a crackle or a pop. So I want to try to start my sounds right at the zero crossing parts. Okay, and to do that I'll get the magnifying glass and zoom in. Okay, there's my sound. And then I'm going to record 16 sounds, so maybe I'll hit the record circle and do another one. Boo! Alright, and I'll get the beginning of the sound right there, and I'll get the ending of the sound, and I'll zoom in to make sure that I'm starting at the zero. Yep, alright, that'll be good. Okay, the next thing we're going to do, we're going to record 16 of those sounds, like I've got here, 16 of them. We're going to pull them into the drum rack. Up till now we haven't been using the drum rack because it's empty. Now we're going to fill it up. So I've gone over to drums and drum rack and I drug it in to this track right here. And then if I double click the word drum rack up here, it pulls it up down here. There are 128 different places we could put drums. And you can see I've filled up with these 16 sounds, I've filled up all these areas. But what we would do is we would take our sound from up here and we'll drag it and we'll put it where we want it in the drum rack. That's the clap sound, and here's the boo sound, and that's right there. Okay, and you can see they're right here. Boo. All right, and so what we're going to do is we're going to load up the drum rack with all of our 16 sounds. And then we're going to put an audio effect from audio effects over here. We'll find one of these that we like and we'll drag it over and drop it on. And so right here I've put the amp effect on this sound. Without it, it sounds like this. And with it, it sounds like this. All right, this sound. Oh, that's with the filter. Here's without the filter. All right, this sound without the chorus and with the chorus. Not too much difference there. But each sound is going to have an effect on it. Okay? After we've got them all in the drum rack, then we're going to use our drum rack and we're going to make a piece of music by putting the notes, by playing our drum rack, whether it's with 2 fingers or drawing it in. And this piece will end up sounding like this. Okay, so recording 16 sounds. Make sure to get the start of the sound where it needs to be, get the end of the sound where it needs to be, so when you play it in the drum rack, it starts right away. We don't want a whole bunch of empty, because then when you play it in the drum rack, it has all this empty and then it starts. We want it to trigger right away. All right, you're going to record 16 sounds. You're going to go to a drum rack. You're going to load them up in the drum rack, 16 sounds. You're going to go to audio effects. You're going to find an audio effect, and each one you're going to drag it onto that pad, whether you want the erosion on this pad, and then it has erosion on it. Okay, so and then you'll make one song out of all those sounds. Okay, have fun.